The Igbo ethnic group, found in eastern Nigeria, has over the years been defined as republic. This republican nature is aptly seen through her socio-political organizations. Although in present-day Igbo communities, many, led by a traditional ruler, communal legislations for stability and progress are restricted to traditional institutions, steeped in long-standing culture and tradition of the people. Two of such institutions are the Ozo title institution, reserved for men, and the Iyom title, also called the elephant-taxed women, by strangers to this rich heritage, reserved for the women folks. These titles are conferred on ennobled individuals who are of sterling character and have contributed in no small measures towards the development of the community.
The Enugu titles are not for just anyone, not for grabs. People who must have, in one way or the other, contributed directly or indirectly to the development of the town. Myself, for instance, I'm not a money bag, but I'm an academic. I've given opportunities to some of our people to learn and then brighten their own future academically. To that extent, the Igbo deemed me fit and necessary to make me a cabinet chief. And then from there, I progressed to get initiated into the prestigious Ozo title.
In Enugu, one of the prominent communities in Anambra and Igbo land in general, our lens caught the elaborate installation ceremony of two Ozo title recipients and an Iyom. The hallowed Ozo title is of two categories in the community. The Ozonkpu, a title restricted to one whose father is dead. The reason for the restriction of an Ozonkpu to one whose father is dead is because the Ozonkpu title automatically confers headship of the recipient's clan to the recipient. And in a symbolic mark of respect, the recipient cannot head his living patriarch.
Hi there viewers, you're still on to Goge Africa. Today we'll be bringing you the Ozo title taking event. Today, you're going to find out all there is to know about taking an Ozo title. And that's not all. The Iyom title also took place today. We'll be bringing you snippets of all these and more. Don't go away.
The installation ceremony of an Ozo titled man is usually an elaborate and enamoring affair. Prior to the event, the home of the recipient is a beehive of activities, from the many lending a helping hand to friends and well-wishers. Unending feasting characterized this celebration of nobility and elevation in the society. Even though title-taking is a personal endeavor upon recommendation by the traditional council and acceptance by the recipient, more intently, it is usually a period when the recipient's affluence and influence is brought to glare, as friends, families, and well-wishers move around with gifts of drinks, food crops, animals, and domestic help to echo the festivity and ensure the success of the event. Such was the feisty and joyful mood in the compound and adjoining premises of Ozonkpu, Paul, and Iyom Nekalama. Their installation into these traditional institutions was preceded with a mass presided by a Catholic priest who urged the involvement of Christians in the culture and traditional practices of the people.
In the document, Mazimu Irud, empowering the missionaries to evangelize our people, the Holy Father Benedict XIV made it very clear that everything that is in our tradition or in our culture that is not bound in all this fetish worship should be encouraged. And you know, within ourselves, with the marriage of tradition or religion and culture, when well handled, we give the best of worship. We must worship God with what we have. We are Igbo. We are not Americans. We are not Britons. We are Igbo people. And what we have, one of the things we have here is also title taking. And when you take this also title, it makes you a bona fide member of the community. You are holding high regard in the community. And it's expected in our tradition that you speak the truth. And Christ is the truth. And that is why we encourage people. If the church encourages you, enter the society where you are obliged to say the truth. And this also title taking, it is taken for granted that once you enter into this prestigious society of Ozo, of Ozonkpu and Iyom, you will be able to be the symbol of truth. And you cannot remember that incident when Pilate asked Jesus, what is the truth? He said, I am the truth. And every society that promotes truth, the church promotes that society.
On the D-Day, the atmosphere assumed the scene of a carnival, as friends and well-wishers packed into the compound of the recipients, anticipating their induction ceremony into these esteemed traditional institutions. The entrance of the traditional ruler, announced by cannon shots, His Royal Majesty Igwe Saraf Obumneme Ekbe, in tow by Ozo-titled men in a colorful procession, garbed in their royal outlook, tightly gripping their paraphernalia of office. A scepter and a hand fan made from calf skin is a colorful spectacle. Seated, he signals the beginning of the initiation rite after blessing and breaking of the kola nut.
What a glorious day. Okay, right now the process of making one an Ozonkpu is about to begin. I'm excited to be here. I'm going to take my own seat and watch the whole thing. Watch with me.
The installation of an Ozo is usually a rigorous affair. A portion of the house, usually the center of the compound, where everyone can view the proceeding, is encircled with white clay, locally called nzu, a symbolic material representing purity. This encircled space is restricted to all except the recipients and existing Ozo title holders. A few existing Ozo-titled men are called to commence the induction rites. After sitting, his hands and feet are smeared with the white clay. A symbolic mark is also made on his forehead. These rites undertaken with the white clay represents the cleansing process to purify him, making him worthy to be accepted into this revered institution. After this purification process, the recipient's wife is also purified to be inducted into the Odoeze. His wife also undertakes the same process with a white clay. After the cleansing rites, they are then adorned with white anklets on their ankles. Beads on their wrists and necks. These beads are cultural indicators of their new status and are to be worn at all times. After which, the newly inducted Ozonkpu is worn a red hat with 2 plumes of an eagle hanging on a longitudinal position, a shoulder-hanging royal gown, and also presented with scepter and calfskin hand fan. While his wife is presented with a horsewhip.
A lot is expected from Ozonkpu, and me standing here is the PRO and protocol officer of the Ozonkpu society. So we as the Ozons, we are a very respected group in our society. You know, it's the highest hierarchy of any title you take in my place. You know, it's the people that matters, people of good character, people of pedigree that are expected to be members of Ozonkpu.
My father was the first Ozomkpu, Rebat Alama, and he died on the year 2002. And for the years, the town kept that title. That would remain who the man was. For the past 18 years, every effort was making for me to call in by my good friends. And by this time last year, we decided that I will go in with my son with the name Akachukwu because I'm a strong Christian. I was thinking that it was just something of native and culture. But when I discovered that the man at the head of leadership, the Igbo of Enugu, Igbo Akarang, happens to be in deep Christ. He's a Christian to the core. I discovered that things of old are no more, and things new are happening now. So I now said, okay, I convinced my group, the Catholic Charismatic group, which I was one time acting coordinator, the biggest parish in Lagos. I convinced them that I'm going in to go and have the title, and not on the other side, but on the side of Christ. So that title of my great father, Orimiri of Enugu, that's, you can't live in scarcity. Once you're Orimiri, you will be ready to dish out. You take care of the poor, you take care of the people. Where that will come from must come.
I'm so happy to belong to the Iyom group. I'm so happy. I've been longing for it for a while. So when my husband suggested that he's going to initiate me into the group, so I was very happy, because since I'm there, it's like there's what we call Ozo. This one is women Ozo. So I think that's the highest honor for women in our town.
Is the highest title that you can give to a woman
And it's not just because she's beautiful or that she has money. She must be a woman of integrity, a virtuous woman. And it is not a small thing. You see those things that we're wearing on our legs? They cost not less than $1 million something. Just the leg one, not to talk of the hand one and even the coral beads. They're all very, very expensive. So when you have been a good mother, a good wife, a good member of society, your husband, your children will say, okay, now we want to honor you. And then they bring you in because it's prestigious.
For one to be made an Iyom, you must have integrity. You must have been married and have a respectable home. A home builder. You must be a home builder. A philanthropist who is very generous, who stands on the truth. And your husband must testify to the fact that you have done all that. The people will testify that you are what you claim to be before you can be made an Iyom.
Exactly what is going on today is a celebration of tradition, mostly common around our area in Ri and the extended areas. Iyom is a title, a befitting one for members who are worthy of it in character and in all other aspects.
In a show of continuity and value for a long-cherished heritage, the Ozo title is an inclusive institution, integrating both the young and the old, while maintaining the heritage of the people. Thus, it is not a rare sight to find young men conferred with the Ozo title, trailing the path of his forebearers. Ifani, the young promising son of Ozomkpu, Paul Alama, also committed to upholding the culture of his progenitors by taking the Ozo title. However, because his father, an Ozonkpu, is still alive, he is only an Ozo distinguished by a single plume of an eagle's feather hanging on the side of his red heart.
It feels really great. I'm really excited about that. It brings more respect and prestige and honor to my name and my family. Yeah, so I feel really great about that. Having a title isn't a bad thing because people have this initiative that you become a bad person or it isn't like good religious-wise. So yeah. I get to enlighten people that is a very good thing and to encourage them to think about getting a title.
As a youth Ozo title holder to the community, it is your responsibility, to uphold the cultural traditions of the community anywhere you are. That's your sole responsibility as a youth and an Ozo title holder in Enugu town.
Lande My name is Didier Bayeye, your Africa tourism expert. You're watching me on Goge Africa.
Me tell you tune on your radio, oh, make you listen to the new flow. Blocka blind, tune on your radio, listen to the new flow. Check flow, hot flow, now you go on free flow. My name Black Solo, don't touch that die. Goge Africa, best among the rest. We love you, I'm out.
As the world opens up to travels, countries welcome tourists. With highly infectious variants of the coronavirus manifesting in different forms, countries are adopting new health and safety protocols. On Travel Tips, we present you safety tips in the COVID-19 era. 1. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Sanitize your hand with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer after contact. When you find yourself in a public place, ensure you are well protected in a face mask covering your nose and mouth to prevent the penetration of any substance. 4. Practice in no-contact greetings at all times. Maintain at least 2 meters social distance from those around you. Avoid crowded places, especially when indoors. Finally, register and locate the nearest primary health center to get vaccinated against COVID-19. And until same time, when we come your way again, stay alive.